Hello students, from squares and square roots chapter, last day we have learned that there are two methods to find out square roots. The first method was prime factorization method. So now today we will learn the next method, which is long division method. So long division method we will learn using 3-digit number, 4-digit number and a 5-digit number. So at first I am taking a 3-digit number, a perfect square number. Okay, so we already know that 729 is a perfect square number. In the last exercise you have learned that. So this 729 we will make the square root of this using long division method. Okay, so for long division method, at first we need to group these digits. So how we will do that? We will take from this right side towards the left side and we will take two numbers at a time. So here see, we have total 3 numbers. So at first we will start taking from this side. So from this 9 I have taken 2 digits. So I am taking 9 and 2. Now only one digit is left, that is 7. So I have taken 7 also. Okay. So now we will see how we will solve this sum. So for solving this, first you need to make a line like this and here you will make like this. So at first we need to just focus on the first underlined digit. So while underlining we need to start from here, but while solving we will start from this side. So while solving, the first number which I have selected will be 7 because it has single line. So 7, we have to see that which number squared is very near to 7. So if I take 1 square, so 1 into 1 gives us 1. Then next square is 2. So 2 into 2 gives us 4. Now the next number is 3. So the square of 3 gives us 9. So 9 is becoming greater than 7. So we will have to take this one, that is 2 into 2, 4. So I am starting with 2 here and 2 into 2 gives us 4. So the remainder here will be 3. Now after this remainder we will take the other two underlined digits together. So 2 and 9 are next selected digits. So these both will come down together. So 329. Okay. Now after this we need to make double of this number 2. Double means multiplying the number with 2. So 2, if I multiply with 2, we will get how much? We will get 4. Always remember, in long division method, whenever you are moving to the next divisor, you need to multiply this number with 2. Whatever is there here. If I have 3 here, then also we will multiply the 3 with 2 and we will put the value in the next one. So next we are getting 4 here after multiplying this 2 with 2. So now we have to see that with 4 which number squared gives us 9. See, you have to always take here 41 into 1, or you can take 42 into 2, or you can take 43 into 3. Like this you have to take. You cannot take 41 into 2, 41 into 3. No, you have to take 41 into 1. So whatever number you are taking here, you have to take the same number here. Okay. If you are taking 42, then the next number will be 2. So see, for getting 9 here in the last digit, if I multiply 43 and 3, then 3 and 3 gives us 9. So 3 and 3 gives us 9 and 3 and 4 gives us 12. So this is giving us 129. So we are not getting 329. So we have to see with which number if we multiply we will get 9. So 3 and 3 is 9, then 4 and 4 is 16, 5 and 5 is 25, 6 and 6 is 36, then 7 and 7 is 49. So if I do 47 into 7, then the last digit can be 9. So 7 into 7 gives us 49, carry 4, 7 into 4 28, 28 plus 4 gives us 32. So now we are getting 320. So unless we are getting this number 329, whatever is there, we need to do the calculation. Okay. So now we have got 47 into 7 gives us 329. So there is no more remainder here. So we can say that root over of 729 is 27. So consider this area as the rough area. Okay. Now moving on to the next one. Next I will take a 4-digit number. So my next 4-digit number will be 7056. This number was also there in your previous exercise which we have solved through prime factorization. So we already know that this number is a perfect square number. Okay, so now we will do long division method for this number. So see, at first you have to start taking from this side. So from this side you have taken 2 digits, then again we have 2 digits, so take the 2 digits. Okay, if there from here, from this side you have to start taking 2 digits at a time. So here what happened was, after taking 2 digits only 1 digit was left, that is why I have taken 1 digit. But here we are having 2 digit again, so that is why we will select 2 digit again. Okay, so now we will first take 70 together. Okay, because both of the numbers are selected together. So for getting 70 we have to see which number square is very near to 70. So see, we already know that 8 and 8 gives us 64 and 9 and 9 gives us 81. So 81 becomes greater than 70, but 64 is less than 70, so we can take this number 8 and 8 64. So I will take 8 multiplied with 8 gives us 64. So the remainder will be 6 and this 56 will come down together. Okay. Now we have already learned that whatever number you are getting here, you have to make the double of this number. So double of 8 means 8 is multiplied with 2 and we are getting 16. So that is why here we will take 16. With 16 you have to take another number and multiply the same number to get 656. So think which number square gives us 6 in the end. So here we are having 6 in the end. So which number square are giving us 6? So 4 into 4 gives us 16. So that means 4 square gives us 6 in the end. Now if I multiply 4 with this number, so 164 and 4 gives us 4 into 4 is 16, carry 1, 4 into 6 24 plus 1 25, so carry 2, 4 into 1 4 plus 2 is 6. So we are getting 656. So 16 with 116 we have to take 4. So 164 into 4 will give us 656. So no more remainder here. Okay, so that means we can say that root over of 7056 is 84. So this is the next one where we have taken 4-digit number. Now next we will take a 5-digit number. Now I am taking the 5-digit number as 17424. So this number also I have taken from the previous exercise. So 17424 we have to take from this side. So 2 number at a time and then only 1 is left. So that means 24, 74 and 1. So in this way we will select the numbers. Okay. So at first, the first selected number is 1. So we know that the square of 1 gives us 1 and the square of 2 gives us 4. So we have to only get this number. So that means 1 into 1 is 1. Now next 74 comes down. So the double of 1 gives us 2. So we have to see that here we are getting 74, but this number will not end the calculation. Like here we had 6 and this was the last number for the calculation. So we could guess by this method that which number square gives us 6 in the end. But here we cannot do that. Here we have to take a square which is very near to 74. So that means here we have 2. So if you multiply 23 into 3, whatever number you will take here, same number you have to take here. Always remember. So 3 into 3 is 9, 3 into 2 is 6. So we are getting 69, which is very near to 74. So 23 into 3 gives us 69. So the remainder that comes here is 5. So now this 24 together comes down. So 524. Now see what will happen for the next one. So till this one we have done up to the second step, but here we will have a third step. Okay, so for the third step be very careful that the double of 1 is 2. So already this 2 we have taken from by doubling this 1. Okay, so this 2 will remain same. Now this 3 is the new number from this side, only this part 3 is the new number which I have put. So the double of 3, that means 3 will be multiplied with 2. This gives us 6. Remember, only 3 will be multiplied with 2. This 2 will come as it is. Okay. So 3 into 2 gives us 6. Now with 26 you have to take another number so that you get 524. So you can take 261 into 1 or 262 into 2. So remember, 261 into 1 will give us 261 only. So I am trying the next one, that is 262 into 2. So 2 into 2 gives us 4, 2 into 6 gives us 12, then carry 1, 2 into 2 4, 4 plus 1 5. So remember, here the last digit was 4 and this was the end of the calculation. So that is why we can think that which number square gives us 4 in the end. So the square of 2 only gives us 4. So that is why we will take 262 into 2. So 262 into 2 gives us 524. So there is no more remainder now. So therefore we can write down that root over of 17424 will give us 132. So that is all. We have learned all the types of digits through long division method. So now we will move on to the exercise. Moving on to exercise, at first I would like to talk about exercise 3a. Exercise 3a, we didn't learn long division by that time, but we had two sums, number 5 and number 6. The first sum says that find the largest number of 2 digits which is a perfect square, and the second one says find the largest number of 3 digits which is a perfect square. So for these two I am solving sum number 6. Okay, so find the largest number of 3 digits which is a perfect square. So to solve this, at first I will take the largest number of 3 digits. So largest 3 digit number is how much? It is 999. Okay, so we have to see that which is the largest number of 3 digits which is a perfect square. For solving that, first I will put this 999 into long division method. For long division method we will take two numbers and one number here. So first number we have 9. So 3 into 3 gives us 9. So no remainder from the first number. So this 99 directly comes down. Now the double of 3 is 6. Now we can say that 62 into 2 gives us 4 and 2 6 12. So 124 is greater than 99. So we have to take 61 into 1. So that means we are getting 61. So the remainder comes here is 38. So remember, whenever this long division method we are getting the remainder as 38. So if I subtract this 38 from 999, we cannot add, because with 999 if I add 38, then what will happen? It will give us a 4-digit number, but here the question says largest 3-digit number. So that is why subtracting this, so 999 from that number, if I subtract 38, we will get 961. So now this 961 is a perfect square number, as well as it is the greatest 3-digit perfect square. Okay, so 961 is the largest 3-digit perfect square. And remember, from this long division we can any day say that the root over of 961 will be 31, or we can say that 31, if you do square you will get 961. Okay, because if you put 961 here and if you do long division, then you will not get any remainder, which means 31 square is 961, or the root over of 961 is 31. So I think now you can do the other sum from exercise 3a. So now I will move on to the next exercise, exercise 3e. Now from exercise 3e I have taken this sum number 4. So sum number 4 we are having 6241. So we have to take two numbers at a time for long division. Then 62. So the nearest number to 62 will be, if you take 7 into 7, it is 49, and 8 into 8 is 64. So which is more than 62? So definitely you have to take 7 into 7, 49. So the remainder we are getting from here will be 13, and this 41 together comes down. Now the double of 7, that means 7 into 2 is 14. Now see, 1. We are having 1 in the last digit. So we know that 1 into 1 gives us 1. But if I do 141 into 1, we will get 141 itself. So what is the next number whose square gives us 1 in the end? So if you think about 2 square, it is 4. 3 square is 9. In this way, if you think about all the numbers from 0 to 9, you will see that the square of 9 is 81. So that means if you put 149 into 9, then it may give us 1341. So let us try. So 149 into 9 gives us 1 here, then carry 8, 4 9 36, 36 plus 8 is 4, 44, so carry 4, 9 1 9, 9 plus 4 is 13. So see, we are getting this number. So 149 into 9 will give us 1341, and no more remainder now. Okay, so therefore we can say that root over of 6241 gives us 79. Now moving on to the next sum from this exercise. So next I am taking sum number 14. And next I have taken sum number 10, which is a 5-digit number. So 17956. So 5-digit number, we start dividing from here. So 2 numbers, then 2 numbers, then 1 number. Okay. For dividing this, first we have 1 as the selected number. So 1 into 1 gives us 1. So what is left? 79. So 79 comes down. Then we will double 1. So double of 1 is 2. Now if we try with 2, 23 into 3 gives us 69. So after this, 24 into 4 will give us how much? 4 into 4 16, carry 1. 4 into 2 8 plus 1 is 9. So this is 96, that is greater than 71. So we will have to take 23 into 3, 69. So the remainder is 10, and this 56 now comes down together. So now for the third step, this 2 will remain as it is, and you have to multiply 3 with 2. So 3 with 2 gives us 6, and this 26 with this, now we have to take a number which will have 6, whose square will have 6 in the end. So see, the square of 4 is 4 into 4 16. So if you do 264 into 4, then this will give us 4 into 4 16, carry 1. 4 into 6 24 plus 1 is 25, then carry 2. 4 into 2 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. So we are getting 1056. So 264 with 4 will give us 1056, and no more remainder now. So therefore we can say that root over of 17956 will be equals to 134. Now next I have taken sum number 14. It says that find the least number which must be subtracted from 7581 to obtain a perfect square, which means that we are already getting the hint that 7581 is not a perfect square. Okay, but we have to subtract a number from this number so that we can get the perfect square. So for that we have to do, first we take long division method and see that which number square is near to this. So for that I have taken 81 and 75 together. So 75 is at first will be together. So 8 into 8 gives us 64. 9 into 9 is 81, which is more than 75. So we have to take 8 into 8, 64. Then the remainder is 11, and 81 comes down. So the double of 8 is 16 now. Now if you multiply this 16, we have to try this first. I am trying it with 5. So 165 into 5 is, see here the last digit 1 we cannot use like the perfect square numbers, because there if you had 9 into 9 81, then this must match. For perfect square there won't be any remainder, but for this number it already says that this is not a perfect square and you have to obtain a perfect square, which means this number will not give any perfect square, so this number will definitely have a remainder. So that is why we have to try 165 with 5, 166 with 6 in this way to see that which is the nearest number to this number 1181. So 165 into 5 gives us 5 into 5 25, carry 2, 5 into 6 30, 30 plus 2 is 32, then carry 3, 5 into 1 5 plus 3 8. So we are getting 825. So let us try this number with 7 now. So 7 into 7 49, carry 4, 7 6 42, 42 plus 4 is 46, then carry 4, 7 into 1 7, 7 plus 4 11. So 1169 is very near to 1181, so I will be taking 167 into 7, that is 1169, and the remainder is 12. So which means that if 12, if you subtract from this number, you will get the perfect square. So 12 must be subtracted from 7581 to obtain a perfect square. So this is the first part of our question. Now the next part says that find this perfect square and its square root. So the perfect square will be how much? The perfect square number is, you have to subtract 12 from this number. So this gives us 7569. So 7569 is the perfect square number. And also, like previously I already said that this square root of 7569 will definitely be 87, because after this subtraction there won't be any remainder, that is here already. So that means if there is no remainder, that means 87 square is 7569, or root over of 7569 is 87. So this is the final answer. Now moving on to the next sum, the last sum, that is sum number 19. So sum number 19 tells us that the area of a square field is 60025. So square field means both the sides will be same. So that means if you a into a will be a square. So this is the square field and this is one side a. So to find that, definitely we have to find the square root of this number 60025. So I am using this 60025 through long division method. So two numbers and one number. So we already know that 2 into 2 gives us 4. So remainder is 2. Now this 0 0 comes together down. So the double of 2 is 4. So if you do 45 into 5, this will give you 5 into 5 25, carry 2, 5 4 20, 20 plus 2 is 22. So this is greater than 200. So we can take 44 into 4. So 4 into 4 16, carry 1, 4 into 4 16 plus 1 is 17. So we are getting 176. So 44 into 4 will give us 176. So the remainder now will be 24, and this 25 now comes down here. Now this 4 will remain as it is. This 4 will double and become 8. So now we have 5 in the last digit. Remember 5 into 5 is 25. So we can take 4 into 5 into 485 into 5. So this will give us 2425. So 485 into 5 will give us 2425. So no more remainder now. So therefore each side of square is how much? So each side of square is 245 meter, because there we had meter square. Now the next part of the question says a man cycles along its boundary. Boundary means if this is a square, the boundary means the outer part or the circumference. So boundary or perimeter you can say. So boundary of square is how much? Perimeter of square means 4 into side. So 4 into side is 245. So if you multiply them, the result will be 980 meter. So this is the boundary of the square. And the man cycles at 18 km per hour speed. In how much time will he return to the starting point? So this is the question. Now the speed of the man is how much? Speed of man cycling is 18 km per hour. So remember, here we are having meter and here we are having kilometer. So we must convert this into a single unit. Consider this at the rough side. So for converting anything from kilometer per hour to, if you convert this into meter per second, you have to multiply this number with 5 by 18. So this is the rule. So 18, if you multiply with 5 by 18, this result becomes meter per second. Now 18 and 18 cancels. So the speed of the man is 5 meter per second. So now we have to find out the time. So we already know that the formula of speed is equals to distance by time. So which means that if you take this time to this side, time is equals to distance by speed. Here the distance is 980 and the speed is 5. So the time, unit of time here becomes second, because here we have converted this speed into meter per second and here we have meter. So that means the time unit must be in second. So 980 by 5 second. Now if you cancel them, you will get 196. So 196 second means 180 minute, 3 minute is equals to 180 second. So for 196 we can write it as 180 second plus we have more 16 seconds. So 180 plus 16 second. 180 second means we already know 3 minute and 16 second will remain as it is in second. So 3 minutes 16 second is the time taken by the man to return to the starting point with a speed of 18 km per hour or 5 meter per second speed. Both are same. So this is the final answer. So that's all for today, students. We have today learned exercise 3E and long division method along with a sum from exercise 3A. So the rest of the sums are your homework. Thank you, students.